Hi, a warm welcome to the weekly Dose of Hope, the last in August. Could be, no, it's the before last in August, 24th of August, Monday morning. I got, as always, the reading of yesterday's Masses and services with me, the Gospel in St. Matthew in the 17th chapter, the verses 13 on. Jesus asks his disciples, "Who do people say the Son of Man is?" They replied, "Some say John the Baptist, others say Elijah, still others say Jeremiah or one of the prophets." "And what about you?" asked Jesus. "Who do you say I am?" That's the very question. Who do we say who Jesus the Christ is? He himself, Jesus, spoke of himself as Son of Man. Maybe he's speaking of all of us because we are sons and daughters of men. So the question is allowed to ask, who do we think who he is, Christ? I mean, Peter in the Gospel, he said, clearly you are Christ, you are the Son of the living God. But what does that mean beside the religious language, beside the confession, being the Son of God? As you've heard from me already, you know, I'm of the opinion that Christ is not just the last name that is written in Jesus' passport. Christ is another reality. He is in fact the blueprint of all reality. He's the blueprint for the Big Bang. He's like everything out there. He's where matter meets spirit. And that I mean in the physical and metaphysical sense of the words. Christ is where the divine and the human unites. Just like the very first moment when time and space exploded into being, that is Christ. Christ is the perfect expression of divine love. Christ is every dark and starry night and every sunrise, every step back and every step forward. Christ is like deep happiness. Christ is, of course, like the star, like the moon, like the earth, the trees, every creature, all human beings, past, present, and future, everything visual without exception. Christ is the outpouring of God. Christ is the first cry of a newborn. Christ is like a skyscraper. Christ is memories, blooming wild flowers, a forest fire, a good cup of espresso. Christ is the quiet hum of my washing machine. Christ is like dancing barefoot on grass, wet with rain. Christ is the wings of butterflies, the gift of healing, the sound of drums and the hand that drum. Christ is in all creation, the unifying heartbeat. Christ is the high school student afraid to go back to school because he is mobbed and bullied. Christ is in the heart of the woman waiting for change, breaking out of an abusive relationship. Christ is the gay or lesbian couple waiting for the full acknowledgement of their love. Christ is the inmate in his cell alone. Christ is the immigrant waiting under the blue tarp in some of the camps. Christ is a soldier a long way from home, defending the people he loves. Christ is the one who hears voices, diagnosed with mental illness. Christ is the single mother-to-be or the black father teaching his son or daughter about their race. And Christ is whatever holds quarks together. The beginning of the history of Christ was, as I think, when being exploded with a big bang, went on to the giving of the Torah at Mount Sinai or Horeb, went on with Jesus' birth and didn't end with resurrection or the gift of Ruach at Pentecost. Through Christ, God is pouring God's self into all creation. And that's what I understand by Christ and by being a Christian. I challenge you, tell us what you think Christ is. But wherever you are and whatever you think, you are a blessing. Be blessed.